Hey everybody, in this video I am going to be talking about how the revelations of the Epstein files relate to spiritual awakening and soul mission purpose. Okay, my name's Jody Dean and I help highly sensitive empaths embody their soul mission, live their purpose and live happily. So, you may have just heard the news today that the former Prince Andrew, who's just now called Andrew Mount Batten, has been arrested. Oh my goodness, shock horror. We kind of maybe suspected this was coming as the royal household stripped Andrew of his titles 3 months ago or so. And it's they already knew. And so they were just cutting their losses. So obviously there's been this massive dump of data, which those of us in the know who have been researching for years knew was coming, and there'll be a lot more coming on top of all of this as well. And so this release of what's known as the Epstein files on the Department of Justice website of the United States of America has put a lot of the world who are keeping up to date with current affairs and watching more than, let's say, one news channel are kind of reeling from, because it really shows that many people in power, many celebrities have been involved in most horrendous crimes and are getting away with it. They're still at large, they're still protected. So it's this weird cognitive dissonance, because we're having to deal as a collective with this knowledge that these horrific crimes have been committed and they've gone unpunished, and these people are still walking around free. And it's what the actual, right? So, shock, right? There's a lot of shock. There are waves of shock going around the planet. And this, of course, also is astrologically a massive shift time. We've just had a solar eclipse. We've just moved into the Chinese New Year of the fire horse. So we've moved from the snake to the fire horse, and we're also experiencing right now a whole load of alignments coming into place astrologically. And wow, the proverbial stuff is really hitting the fan, and this is going to continue, and I believe it's going to accelerate, and it's going to make everyone who cares start to really question, if they're not already really questioning, start to really question their trust in the establishment, in the figures in power, in elected officials, in the celebrity types, and the people that are held up as oh wow, they're stars, they're leaders, we trust in you. This is the structure that keeps everything afloat and aligned, and wow, all of that we've kind of been conditioned into believing is good. People that we've conditioned to believe are good and are doing the right thing and everything else. It's bringing all of that toppling down. And we're seeing this happen with people freaking out, and it's going to continue. It's going to get more intense. So what does it mean? Well, first of all, what it means on one level is that there is a global arrangement, a global cult, a cabal, an elite who are clearly doing this and getting away with it. And they're also using, magic they are actually using magic. They're doing rituals. So, we talk about this, Satanic stuff, and it's starting to come out, right? It's starting to get more clear that they're doing this, right? So now you're going to have all of the evangelists going, whoa, right, yes, just Christ is the only path, and, Christ is my savior, and, you've got all this lot of people who are like, I was a New Ager, and all of that, right? And I believed in this magic, and da-da-da-da, and now, Christ being saved by this Jesus person is the only way. And that's just, what we could say is exchanging one mind control programming for another programming, and it's not the truth, right? It's like just going, okay, well, I was following and believing this, and now I'm following and believing this, and without really knowing what's behind it and what's the root of it. And I'm actually reading a book at the moment which is really digging into the roots of, these Abrahamic Judeo-Christian religions, and seeing how that's all a massive distortion as well. And kind of, I'm really about the truth. I've got Scorpio on my North Node, or my North Node on Scorpio. And so, my path in life, my purpose path is about really the truth at any cost. But I focus that towards our soul missions, our purpose, and a spiritual awakening, and awakening to the truth of who we really are, which is unlimited power. We are infinite beings. We are consciousness. We are spirit having a human experience, not the other way around, not human organisms. Organisms. Interesting wordplay there. Human organisms having a spiritual experience. No. We are spirituality itself. We are spirit itself, incarnate, having a human experience, and that's my truth. That's my understanding in my depths. And so what this is bringing light to is where we are not in integrity, where we are cut off from the truth, where we are in limitation and believing that we are not powerful, and where we are living the lie still in our own lives. We can see, okay, in the collective, we can see that the lie is being revealed. But how does that also show us what within ourselves is not in alignment, and what us in ourselves is a lie? And so what I invite you, dear viewer, to open to is that in yourself, what is not in alignment with yourself. And maybe the work you're doing is not truly who you are. It's not really your heart's desire. And perhaps you're still living a lie and telling yourself lies about this because it's the conditioning and the programming that you've been brought up with, right? Whether that's in your religion or your family, your parenting, your culture, your schooling, from the media itself, from trauma. That's a big one. Whatever it is, it's really having a look at that and going, where am I not really living my truth and not in alignment with who I really know myself to be if I really tune in inside? When I meditate, when I have those moments of peace and clarity, when I connect with something bigger than myself, when I connect with my higher self, when I drop in. And so this is the invitation right now, is to drop into who you really are, the infinite nature of you, and let go of some of that conditioning, some of those limiting ideas, those limiting programs, which keep you trapped in suffering, keep you trapped in misery, keeps you trapped in a limited idea. And so that's the invitation right now. And I invite you to share in the comments what comes up for you. I invite you to dig, to really look. And anything that comes up right now, you can always use those wonderful 4 questions, which is it true? How can I know that it's true? How do I feel when I think this thought? And who would I be without this thought? So repeat that again. So is it true? How can I know that it's true? How do I feel when I think this thought? Who would I be without this thought? So just drinking in this spaciousness, this expansion, allowing your heart to breathe, giving your heart space, coming to this place of grace, coming into this knowing of your eternal self, the real you beyond time, beyond limitation, beyond ideas. Recognizing that which is. And perhaps there is clarity around, oh yeah, I am not living my purpose, my full mission. I'm selling myself short here and here and here. One way I've seen that is my relationship with money, believing I'm not worth to earn a certain amount of money, believing that it's not safe to have money. That's been a big one for me. Believing that I should give myself away, that which is spiritual should not be for sale, that it's wrong, that it's morally wrong to share my gifts of intuition and knowledge and awareness for an exchange of money. And that's been me selling myself short. Because now, and especially in the last 5 years, I've really begun to recognize the impact that my own depth of knowing, my own clarity and my own intuitive perception has on others, and with the clients that I've worked with, how much they've shifted and grown and expanded, and how grateful and appreciative they've been of me. As they step into a higher version of themselves. How they've been able to reclaim their power through my guidance, my facilitation. So I invite you to look there and see what comes, see what you find. And yeah, please feel free to drop those limiting beliefs that you're experiencing and knowing and understanding and recognizing in the comments. To speak them out. Get some space between you and them. And if you'd like to explore the possibility of what working with me might be like, then I invite you to use the link in the description to apply for an accelerator call with me and activate your greatness without compromise, living your life on your own terms, unapologetically, in pure authenticity. And also, if you're alone, you're feeling lonely, you want to experience that incredible, immense joy and power of being in sacred relationship with a soulmate and living in sacred union, I invite you to come onto my partner's channel, Sacred Union Couple. There'll be a link in the description as well for that. And witness our magic and experience the activation of sacred soulmate partnership too, if that floats your boat. Thank you so much for watching, and if this resonates, give it a like if that feels right for you, and feel free to share this video with anyone you feel might receive it right now. As we go through these changes and these shifts in the collective that are amping up massively right now, as complete distrust fills the room with these falling icons, these people in the public eye that have really betrayed our trust and fall from grace. And this is a massive shift that's going to continue to gain momentum. So, beloved one, thank you so much for watching. I love you so much. May you have the courage to live your truth, to live from your heart.